Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another Gmod Five Nights at Freddy's review video. Today we are back with the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. Yep, that's right guys, a new update has come out to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack, and this update is amazing. So as you guys know, recently the Joy Creation demo and Five Nights at Freddy's came out as part of FNAF's 10th anniversary week, and now we actually have the models in Gary's mod because they've been added to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack, alongside a ton of brand new ragdolls. So there's a lot for us to check out in today's video. But anyways, as you guys know, I've made multiple videos on the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. So if you guys want to see everything that is included in this pack, make sure you guys have seen my previous videos going over the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. But today we're just going to be checking out everything that is brand new. So anyways, if you guys do want me to continue checking out the Gmod FNAF bundle pack in future review videos, whenever more updates come out, make sure to leave a like on this video. That lets me know that you guys want to see more. Also subscribe, that way you won't miss it the next time I upload. But anyways, we got a ton of stuff to go over in today's video. So right off the bat, we are going to be starting off with Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Oh yes, I always come back. Well, technically we're going to actually be starting off with Fredbear's Family Diner. So if we actually go over here to the Fredbear's Family Diner section, we have a brand new Spring Bonnie character that has been added. So obviously everybody knows Spring Bonnie. He's just the unspring-trapped version of Springtrap. How do you unspring the trap? By undoing the spring locks. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Okay, carry on. So anyways, we got Spring Bonnie right here. So Spring Bonnie, you know, he's just vibing. He's just chilling. He's got his purple bow tie. He's got his two little buttons. He even has a nice little bunny tail, something that Springtrap also has. Wait, what? Springtrap has a tail? What? I actually have a tail? Yo, look at my cute little bunny tail. I got a little bunny tail. What? Springtrap? That's so cursed to actually see Springtrap with a bunny tail. What? I didn't realize the Springtrap model had a bunny tail on him. Oh yes, I'll always throw it back. Anyways, I don't really got that much to say about Spring Bonnie because we've seen Spring Bonnie a million times. But if we do dive into the body groups, you can remove different parts of the suits. So if we go ahead and just remove everything right here on Spring Bonnie, we can go ahead and see that Spring Lock endoskeleton. So there you go, take off all of the suitcases. There you go. Oh my gosh, bro is possessed. Oh my gosh, yeah. So here's the Spring Lock endoskeleton, and he does actually have two tiny little red eye glow effects inside the endoskeleton head, very similar to Withered Bonnie right there. So that's not creepy right there. Bindo Spring Lock about to go off. All right, whatever you say, buddy. So yeah, this is the Spring Lock endoskeleton. Honestly, this is probably one of the coolest Spring Lock endoskeletons models I think I've ever seen. I really like this model for the Spring Lock endoskeleton. But there you guys go. That's it to Spring Bonnie. Next up we got is our boy Springtrap. Oh yes. Yeah, we get it, buddy. We get it. Oh, you're not gonna let me say the thing. You've already said it like 3 times this video, bro. Dang. You know what? You're right. I might have a problem. Well, anyways, here is a Springtrap. So obviously, this Springtrap model is basically the withered version of the Spring Bonnie model we had over here. But just like Spring Bonnie, I don't really have too much to say about Springtrap because we've seen a million Springtrap models before. Again, the main unique thing about this Springtrap model is that he does come with a nice little bunny tail. Something I don't think I've ever seen any other Springtrap model have is a bunny tail. So that's pretty cool right there. But if you don't like the bunny tail, obviously you can go into the body groups right here and toggle the bunny tail off. Personally, I like Springtrap without the tail, but I do think it is kind of cool to see what he would like if he did have a bunny tail. But anyways, again, I don't really have too much to say about Springtrap right here. We could also go ahead and toggle everything off of Springtrap right here, just like Spring Bonnie, to show off that beautiful bindo right there. But obviously this guy has the purple guy corpse inside of him. Oh, hi buddy, how's it going? How's it going, Springtrap? Oh, yeah, so here is Springtrap's endoskeleton. Oh, this is creepy. Oh, but it looks just like the image from the Five Nights at Freddy's anniversary photo of the behind the scenes of Springtrap's endoskeleton. Oh, this guy's looking kind of creepy. Also, one unique thing I kind of noticed with the body groups right here is that you're actually able to toggle the flesh on his legs right there, so you can add like the little flesh strings on both of his knees right there. So I thought that was a little interesting right there. But yeah, there is a Springtrap. Oh, don't look at me, I'm ugly. All right, next up we have, oh no, don't tell me there's another version of the purple guy animatronic.
I always come back.
Wait, hold on a second. Aren't I technically the purple guy animatronic? You know, I'm purple guy and I'm now an animatronic, doesn't that technically make me the purple guy animatronic? Shut up, Springtrap. Oh! Alright, so anyways, next up we have is this purple trap character. So, yeah, there is a Five Nights at Freddy's 3 version of the purple guy hoax animatronic. Everybody knows the hoax animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 of purple guy being edited over Withered Golden Freddy, but there's actually a version of Springtrap getting turned into an animatronic purple guy, and this is Purple Trap. Oh my gosh. So yeah, very similar to the purple guy animatronic. This guy does also have a nice yellow badge on his chest, but as you can see, it's very withered because it's, you know, he's a spring. Oh wait, it's not even withered, it's in his suit. Oh, I thought the badge itself was withered. No, it's actually inside his suit. Okay, that is trippy right there. So as you can see, we got the purple guy badge right there. It says Fazbear Entertainment with employee on it. Yes, I am employee. All right, good job for you, buddy. So yeah, this is basically just a purple version of Springtrap. However, I want to point out that he is missing his ears, and he's also missing the animatronic teeth in the mask. So this guy is just super creepy. And if I actually go ahead and pull this guy up from the grave, you can also see that the eyes are different. The purple guy animatronic has more of the phantom type animatronic eyes, whereas Springtrap over here actually has some parts of his eyes surrounding like the phantom pupils, if that makes any sense right there. So you can see like a little comparison between the eyes right there. And honestly, I've always found these eyes to be more creepy than Springtrap's eyes, but I do still like Springtrap's eyes. Oh, you're saying my eyes are beautiful? Please don't talk to me while you look like an ugly corpse man. Ouch, my feelings. Anyways, just like Springtrap and Spring Bonnie, this guy does have a nice little purple tail on the back, but you can remove that in the body groups. And speaking of the body groups, his body groups are pretty much the exact same as Springtrap and Spring Bonnie, where you can remove the entire animatronic suit. So if we go ahead and take everything off right here, oh my gosh, look at this cursed being right here. So yeah, we can see the Springlock endoskeleton with a purple guy corpse, if that makes any sense. Double purple right there. So oh, this is creepy seeing purple guy's corpse be purple. Oh, what happened to purple guy right there? I've always been purple. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, I actually really like the purple corpse. I think the purple corpse looks really cool. Yo, what if we, hold on, I'm kind of curious. So what if we spawn in Springtrap, and what if we steal his purple texture? This guy right here. What if we steal his flesh texture and apply it to Springtrap? So instead of him having a red flesh, now he has purple flesh. Oh, that's creepy looking. Yo, Springtrap with purple flesh instead of red flesh. Ha 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 ha. I truly am purple guy. Oh, that is cursed looking. But yeah, there you guys go. That's pretty much everything I have to say about Purple Trap right there. So next up we have is what is this abomination, bro? Wait, hold on a second. There's something missing on this model right here. Hey yo, Spring Bonnie, what? You're missing something, bro. You're missing something. Where's your tooth? What happened to this guy's tooth? He's missing some teeth, bro. What happened to your teeth? Oh yeah, I guess he's also missing the top half of his head. But what happened to your teeth, bro? I want to know what happened to your teeth. So the next character we have is this Springless Bonnie. So this basically, just by first glance, looks like it's kind of like a Jacko version of Spring Bonnie, but obviously this guy is withered. So he does have some withered effects on him, like his hand right here is exposed, his foot's exposed, and his feet and his legs and his arms and also his torso do have a few tiny little holes in it. And also, as you can see on the jaw right there, he is missing a few of his teeth right there, but he does actually have a corpse inside of him, and the corpse actually has a Jacko effect. So again, this is kind of like a Jacko Spring Bonnie, but his real name is Springless Bonnie right here. But as you can see with the corpse, it is a solid texture, and it's a solid orange yellowish, and I believe it'll actually glow up in the dark. So if we go under here, yeah, this guy will glow up in the dark like a Jacko animatronic. So this guy is just looking kind of creepy. And also, yes, instead of a purple bow tie, this guy does have a yellow bow tie. And also, instead of him being mainly yellow like Spring Bonnie, this guy is actually more of a orange shade. Again, kind of representing that Jacko animatronic style. Anyways, if we dive into the body groups for this guy, let's see here. We can go ahead and toggle off all the different parts of his suit. Again, just like all the other Springtrap models we have in here. So that way we can see that glowing flesh. Oh, look at this guy right here. All right, there we go. That is everything toggled off. So this is the springless Bonnie endoskeleton. I still see some spring locks in there. I don't think he's fully springless. But yeah, this is the springless Bonnie right here. And I gotta say, this guy looks really cool. Like his endoskeleton being exposed with all the glowing orange flesh right here. I think that's a really cool texture. All right, come on, we gotta do another comparison. So just like we did with the purple guy flesh, I need to see this with the orange flesh right here. So here it is, the glow effect. So we go here and replace Springtrap's flesh with the glow effect. Oh, this looks cursed right here. Oh yes, I am Jacko Trap. And maybe if we actually switch out some of his textures right here, I think we could actually turn this guy into like a Jacko Springtrap if we switch out the textures right here. So we switch that to 1. Let's see here. We got texture number 2. Switch that in. And then we have texture number 3. And boom, there we go. You can easily make yourself a Jacko Springtrap by swapping out the textures. Oh, this guy looks cool, bro. Yo, Jacko Springtrap, why is this guy not in the pack? Yo, this guy looks cool right here, just swapping the textures on him. Yo, so yeah, this is what Jacko Springtrap would look like, but I still really like this springless Bonnie. And there you guys go. There's all the different versions of Springtrap in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 section. We're now going to be moving on to the Phantoms of Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So the first Phantom we got is Phantom Indo. What? So Phantom Indo is not in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, but we have a Phantom Indo skeleton in this pack. So this is basically what it would be like if the Phantom Indo skeleton showed up in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and this is kind of an idea of what he would look like. So obviously this guy is based off of Indo 2, but he's got a green shine effect applied to him. Obviously he's got the classic Phantom eyes. He is also missing a few of his endoskeleton teeth, which I really do like that effect right there. I like how he is missing some of his teeth, and he's also missing the lower parts of his arms, and he is also missing one of his ears. Also, one cool thing about him missing the lower parts of his arms is that it's slightly different. One arm actually has the little ball joints, while the other one is completely missing it, and also missing a few of the arm rings right here. And as you can also see, the arm rings aren't even perfectly centered anymore. They're all kind of like shooken up a little bit and kind of crooked. So I really do like this effect with the Phantom endoskeleton. Yo, I also just realized this guy has a few of his toes exposed. Some of his endoskeleton toes are a little exposed right there. So yeah, here is the Phantom endoskeleton. Now, I don't really have too much to say about this guy. Again, I really like seeing these custom characters get added to these packs, where it's like characters that weren't originally in the game. Example of this is obviously Phantom Indo and also Phantom Bonnie. Unfortunately, we do not have a Phantom Bonnie in the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. Hopefully we get one in the future. But anyways, I think it's really cool seeing these custom characters, like what it would be like, oh, if the endoskeleton became a Phantom animatronic. I think it's really cool getting these types of characters, because I really love this Phantom endoskeleton right here. I really like this guy. He looks so cool. But anyways, when it comes down to the body groups, all you can really do is toggle the eyes off, remove his bottom jaw, and also switch the ear out for a smaller ear. So there you go. That's pretty much everything to the Phantom Indo Bendo. So now we can move on to Phantom Freddy, and there's actually two different versions of Phantom Freddy in this pack. We have the first Phantom Freddy, and then we have the second Phantom Freddy, and the main difference with these guys is that one of them is missing half of their right leg, because as you guys know, in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we actually never get to see Phantom Freddy's legs. So a lot of people like to imagine that Phantom Freddy's actually missing half of his right leg. leg, and that's why he limps across the FNAF 3 office. But I don't believe this has ever been confirmed if Phantom Freddy is missing his leg or not. I mean, in FNAF World, we have seen Phantom Freddy with both legs, but we all know FNAF World, the designs are not very accurate to the original counterparts. The main example of it being Springtrap, because Springtrap has both of his ears, and also Springtrap has his feet casing as well. So, yeah, FNAF World's not really the best example to tell if Phantom Freddy has 2 legs or not. But there's 2 different versions of Phantom Freddy in this pack. There's one with both legs, and then a version without half of the right leg. So you can use whatever version of Phantom Freddy you want. So I really like how there is 2 different options right there, if you want him to have 2 legs or if you want him to only have 1 leg right there. But anyways, with the Phantom Freddy, another thing I want to point out with this guy is the wire effect, because if we look very closely at Phantom Freddy, obviously everyone, whenever you look at Phantom Freddy, you're like, oh, this guy is based off of Withered Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Well, a cool little detail with Phantom Freddy is that he actually has some extra wires popping out of his mask. Obviously, you have the regular eye wire that Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy would have, but on the other side of his mask, he actually has some extra wires that Withered Golden Freddy and Withered Shadow Freddy lack. And interesting enough, the only time we actually see Phantom Freddy with these eye wires is in Ultimate Custom Night, because I believe in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Phantom Freddy didn't actually have eye wires poking out the side of this mask, but in Ultimate Custom Night, he actually got a few little extra wires, and to kind of help him to be a bit more unique from Withered Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy. So if you want him to be super accurate to Five Nights at Freddy's 3, you can actually toggle the mask wire right here, and it'll get rid of those extra wires, so that way you can actually see what Phantom Freddy would look like in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. But honestly, I really do like him having those extra wires right there from Ultimate Custom Night, and also because this guy is supposed to be a Phantom of Freddy Fazbear, not a Phantom of Golden Freddy or Shadow Freddy. So again, making his model more unique instead of having the exact same withering does help out a bit and saying like, hey, this is a different character right here. But anyways, let's see here. This guy also does have his microphone. Obviously in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, you can see Phantom Freddy holding his microphone, so he does still have his nice beautiful microphone attached, but if you don't like it, you can go ahead and toggle it off. We also have the rest of his toggles right here, so we can go ahead and take off his hat. We can remove his buttons. We can actually switch out the buttons for the accurate buttons. This is something I went over in my last video on the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. You can toggle his eyes off. Oh, he looks creepy without the eyes. Oh, give him his eyes back. And we can go, oh, put his mask back on too. So yeah, there's different things you can toggle on and off with Phantom Freddy right here. But we do actually have a skin for Phantom Freddy, and we're going to be coming back to that after we check out the rest of the Phantom animatronics. So we'll be coming back to you, Phantom Freddy. We'll be coming back. So next up we have is Phantom Chica. Phantom Chica, pretty self-explanatory. She's just a retextured version of Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. The only Five Nights at Freddy's 1 animatronic that actually became a Phantom in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. But anyways, with Phantom Chica right here, again, you can go ahead and remove all the different parts of the suit to show off the endoskeleton. I don't really have much to say about Phantom Chica, and unlike Phantom Freddy, she does not have an extra skin. So here's Phantom Chica. Yeah, I know, that was kind of lame, but I really don't have anything to say about her. I guess one thing to point out really quickly is that she does actually have a cupcake you can toggle, and it'll be one of the shadow cupcakes that you can see in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 whenever you're trying to access the Chica's Party minigame. So you can actually have her hold a shadow cupcake in her hand. So I really do like that effect. And this guy does not come with a plate. He's just, you know, he's just cupcaking around, you know? Well, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and toggle everything off Chica so we can see what the Phantom endoskeleton looks like. We'll leave the eyes on, so go ahead, toggle everything off. So right here we have the Phantom Endo Bendo. Oh, put the head back on. Yo, Phantom Endo 1 right here. Yo, so unfortunately this guy doesn't have the green and glow effect like the Endo over here, but it is kind of cool to see like Endo 1 with just some Phantom eye textures right here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about Phantom Chica. So next up we have is Phantom Foxy. Again, the cool thing with Phantom Foxy that makes him unique from Withered Foxy, again, obviously this guy's a retexture of Withered Foxy, but unlike Withered Foxy, this guy is actually missing half of his right arm, the arm that has his hook. So that that is a nice feature right there with Phantom Foxy. Again, makes him unique. And again, that's also another reason why people like to imagine that Phantom Freddy's missing half of his leg, since Phantom Foxy is missing half of his arm right here. So that's the main difference with Phantom Foxy from Withered Foxy right there. Other than that, he's the exact same. He just has some Phantom textures applied. This guy does also have an extra skin. Again, we're going to come back to the extra skins after we go over the rest of the Phantoms. And then we can also go ahead and toggle some stuff in the body groups right here. So you can remove the eye patch, you can remove the jaw wire. We can also just go ahead and toggle everything right here. Oh my gosh, that is a cursed Phantom endoskeleton right there. Oh, what is that Phantom endo, bro? That guy looks cursed. He looks way cursed than this guy. This guy is chill right here. This guy looks like he's been traumatized. Okay, give this guy his suit back. So yeah, there is a Phantom Foxy in this pack. Next up we have is Phantom Mangle. Again, Phantom Mangle, just a retexture of regular Mangle, but has some Phantom textures applied. She also does have an extra skin. With the body groups, you can toggle off the bow tie, and you can also toggle off all the extra wires on her, mainly coming from her endoskeleton heads. Next up we have is Phantom Balloon Boy. Phantom Balloon Boy, again, a retexture of Balloon Boy, where he has the Phantom texture. With this guy, you can remove his hat, you can remove his eyes, and you can also remove his little buttons. And he also does come with an extra skin. And the final Phantom we have is Phantom Marionette. And Phantom Marionette does not have an extra skin, but with her, you can go ahead and remove her eyes individually. You can remove the mask, and you can also remove the cheeks and her buttons as well. So there is all the Phantoms. Again, I kind of went through the Phantoms kind of fast because we've all seen the Phantoms before. They're just retextures of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 animatronics, excluding Chica, where she is from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So anyways, like I said, these guys do have some extra skins to check out. So if we go back over here to Phantom Freddy and switch him from skin 1 to skin 0, you're probably wondering, why is this guy selected to skin 1 and not skin 0? Well, if we select him to skin 0, you can see that his texture does change. So we actually have a nice little comparison right here between the two Phantom Freddys. So the reason why this guy has an extra texture is because his texture is actually different in Ultimate Custom Night. So this texture right here, skin 0, is actually how we see Phantom Freddy in Ultimate Custom Night, and skin 1 is based off of his look from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So Phantom Freddy's textures did get a little updated in Ultimate Custom Night. Ultimate Custom Night gave Phantom Freddy a lot of love, bro. He got his textures updated, and he also got a few extra wires as well. Dang, Ultimate Custom Night really loved Phantom Freddy. So this is what Phantom Freddy looks like in Ultimate Custom Night, and again, this is what he looks like in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. And honestly, if you had to tell me which Phantom Freddy texture I prefer, honestly, I prefer his look from Ultimate Custom Night over Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I know how we all bullied Phantom Chica for looking like a watermelon, but this texture makes Phantom Freddy really look like a watermelon right here. So I really do like skin 0's texture in comparison to skin 1. I still like skin 1, again, because it's very accurate to Five Nights at Freddy's 3, but I just prefer the look of skin 0. And again, we see this version of Phantom Freddy in Ultimate Custom Night, and the other version is from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So next up we have is Phantom Foxy. So Phantom Foxy, his texture actually isn't different, because there's two different times we see Phantom Foxy in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It's mainly just because of different lighting effects. So we have this version of Phantom Foxy, and then we have skin 1, where skin 1 has a bit more of a greenish, yellowish contrast to it, where skin 1 is a bit more red and a bit more faded out. So again, we can see the comparison right here if I switch between the skins. If you had to tell me which one I prefer, honestly, I prefer skin 1. I think skin 1 looks better, but again, I do still like having the option of skin 0 to have a more accurate version of Phantom Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. But overall, I just like the look of skin 1, probably because other Phantom Foxy models we've seen out there are kind of based off of this look of Phantom Foxy instead of him being a bit more faded out, but I still like him having that faded out option. But next up we got is Phantom Mangle. So with Phantom Mangle right here, her different skin is very slightly noticeable. So if we switch between skin 0 and skin 1, you can actually see her secondary color switches from green to pink. And if you had to tell me which one I like, I'm probably going to go with the pink. I think it's kind of nice having some pink stick out instead of her being completely green right here. It also changes her nails right here too, from green to pink as well. It kind of represents the original Mangle right there. But again, there's two different versions, and again, these are just two different versions of Phantom Mangle we have seen in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So you can either have a secondary green texture or a secondary pink texture. Again, I personally prefer the pink texture But again, you guys might have a different opinion, and that is why there's these two different options, so you can select whatever one you prefer. And the final animatronic that has a alternate skin is Phantom Balloon Boy. So this guy is like Phantom Freddy. This version we can see right here with skin 1 is from Five Nights at Freddy's 3. This is what Phantom Balloon Boy looks like in FNAF 3. But then we have skin 0, which this is his updated textures for Ultimate Custom Night. So this is what Phantom Balloon Boy looks like in Ultimate Custom Night. And again, I think I'm gonna have to say I kind of like the Ultimate Custom Nights version of Phantom Balloon Boy more than the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 version right here. As you can see, his eyes are slightly bigger. He also has that green glowish tint added to him as well. And that's really the main differences with Phantom Balloon Boy right here. Again, skin 0 is Ultimate Custom Night Phantom Balloon Boy, and skin 1 is Five Nights at Freddy's 3 Phantom Balloon Boy. So there you guys go. There's all the Phantom animatronics. But next up we actually have is Mr. Corner Freddy. Now, I've checked out Corner Freddy in my previous Gmod FNAF bundle pack videos, but this guy actually got a texture update, so I want to show him off again. So we had the regular Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, but with skin 1, we can actually see that Corner Freddy has been updated. So now he actually has that green glow effect, just like the Phantom animatronics over here, mainly similar to the Phantom endoskeleton right here. And honestly, I really do prefer this guy over the previous version of Shadow Freddy, because the original version of Corner Freddy was actually just a darkened version of Shadow Freddy, but now he actually has a greenish tint applied to him. So I really do like this version of Corner Freddy. And again, the main difference between him and Shadow Freddy is that he no longer has the glowing effect in his teeth right there. So there you go. There's Corner Freddy. I just want to let you guys know that this guy did get some texture updates, and I really do like these new textures for this guy. But anyways, that's it for the ragdolls for Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So we actually do have some extra props that got added. We have 2 new shelves. We have whatever that thing is. What is this thing called? This is a beam right here, and we also have a vent piece right here. So we got 4 new props in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 section. Also, speaking of props and Ultimate Custom Night, we actually have some new props added to the Ultimate Custom Night section. So if we go over to Ultimate Custom Night, we actually have the props right here. So we actually have one of the vent ducts. This is where the mediocre melodies would come through, and you can actually see these in the office in Ultimate Custom Night. We have the camera that can be seen at the side of the office in Ultimate Custom Night. We have a circuit board right here. We have a set of canisters that would also be inside the office and also in the hallway. We have a lockbox right here, and we also have a speaker that can be found on the wall right here. So yeah, these are some nice beautiful props added to the Ultimate Custom Night section. So now we can finally move on to what everybody has been anticipating for. Yes, that's right guys, we are now moving on to Mr. Spring Bonnie. So these guys right here are actually a part of a brand new section, the novel trilogy section. So these guys are actually based off of the trilogy, the first book trilogy of Five Nights at Freddy's, the Silver Eyes, the Twisted Ones, and the Fourth Closet. So that's where these guys come from. And we got Spring Bonnie and Springtrap. So this is what Spring Bonnie looked like in the book. We have this alternate version of Spring Bonnie. Instead of a purple bow tie, he has a red bow tie. That is the main difference with the Spring Bonnie model. And so instead of having the green eyes, this guy has a bit more of a yellowish tint in his eyes instead. So anyways, if we dive into the bodyguards right here, he actually does have an alternate skin where the eyes will light up in the dark. We have the bodyguards right here where we can actually remove all the different pieces of Spring Bonnie. Also, I'm pretty sure this Spring Bonnie model right here is based off of the graphic version of the novel, where you actually get to see it more like a comic book style instead of just reading it as a normal book. This is what his endoskeleton looks like, by the way. Oh, that is a creepy spring lock endoskeleton. Go ahead and put your animatronic suit back on. But yeah, so this is based off of Spring Bonnie that we actually get to see in the book series right here. So this guy, kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I prefer the other Spring Bonnie model we got, because you know it's more game accurate, but it is still really cool to see the book version of Spring Bonnie get turned into a 3D model right here. We also have the Springtrap version of this guy as well. Springtrap in the book, oh, this guy looks more like a cartoon than anything. This doesn't look like an old animatronic. It looks like if Springtrap got turned into a cartoon style. I'm not gonna lie. So the main differences with this Springtrap Springtrap model in comparison to Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is that you can see this guy actually does have some feet covers on his feet, so his endoskeleton feet are not exposed, and you can actually easily see Purple Guy's corpse inside, and it hasn't fully rotten away. Because this guy hasn't had as much time to decompose as Purple Guy in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. But if you look closely, you can actually see some bones inside this guy. So here is Springtrap. If we go ahead and switch the skin, again, you can make the eyes light up in the dark. And if we actually go over here to the body groups, you can actually remove the corpse and also all the bones. So this is what Springtrap would look like if Purple Guy was not stuffed inside of him. Also, one more thing I want to point out before I start ripping off this guy's suit to actually look at his insides is that this guy is actually covered in blood on his animatronic suit right here. Oh, this guy's got blood on him. Oh yeah, that's also right. On the back of the suit, there are these little buttons, and these buttons are used to open up the suit. That way you can climb inside of it, and we can actually see the back of Springtrap right here, and where it's kind of ripped up. Oh, and you can see the animatronic spine. Oh, that is a creepy design right there on the back. Oh, Mr. Springtrap, bro. I just wanted to escape the suit. Instead, I became one with it. So anyways, let's go ahead and remove the animatronic suit right here. We can also toggle the endoskeleton on this guy as well. But anyways, let's go ahead. Oh no, Purple Guy. Oh, this guy's already looking creepy. Go ahead, remove everything. Oh my gosh, Purple Guy, you okay in there, buddy? You okay in there? Don't worry, we're taking off the animatronic suit. There we go. That is actually something Purple Guy does, is he actually takes off the Springtrap suit in the book series. Oh my gosh, this guy, put the suit back on, bro. So let's actually remove the endo so we can actually get a better look at this guy. So some of the endo parts are still there, but this is what the Purple Guy corpse looks like from the trilogy. Oh, ew, put the suit back on. So as you can see, this guy does still have a good bit of his skin, but it is slowly chipping away. We can see his bones, we can see his tongue. Ew. We can see his organs. Oh, this is just the more I look at this guy, the more disturbed I get. So yeah, this is the Purple Guy corpse. Again, you can actually remove the corpse to see all of his bones right there, and we can also remove the bones. So if we go ahead and remove everything, we can actually see the Springlock endoskeleton of Springtrap right there. So yeah, this Purple Guy corpse is disturbing. Again, if you had to tell me which version I like, again, I have to go with the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 version. Again, you got to keep in mind that the corpse inside Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was like, has been sitting there for about 30 years, where this guy over here was only sitting. How long did the Purple Guy get springlocked for? Because obviously he got springlocked, spoilers by the way, he got springlocked at the end of Silver Eyes, and then we see him return as Springtrap in the Twisted Ones. How long has it been? What's the time difference between Silver Eyes and the Twisted Ones? It's not too terribly long. So I think it's like maybe, I don't know, a few months to a year or two at max. So it has not been that long at all since Purple Guy got springlocked inside Springtrap. So yeah, so obviously the corpse from Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is way more decomposed. And again, I know a lot of people are like kind of iffy about Purple Guy's corpse from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, but I still like it. It's very iconic and definitely way better than the version we see from Five Nights at Freddy's 6. That's all I have to say right there. Anyways, we also have some character props included in this section as well. So right off the bat, we have a banjo for Spring Bonnie. I don't think we ever get to see the instrument that Spring Bonnie holds in the graphic novel, but we do have a nice little banjo model for Spring Bonnie to hold. That way he can go ahead and sing some nice beautiful songs to lure some children to the background. I mean, to have a nice time at Fredbear's Family Diner, right? Oh yes, definitely. So we have a nice beautiful banjo for Spring Bonnie. We also have Spring Bonnie's bow tie as its own unique prop, and we also have the Purple Guy corpse head right here. So this is his head removed from the suit, and also you can see right here his jaw is unhinged, bro. Oh, this is creepy. I do not like this guy. This guy is just it's disturbing right here. So anyways, with this Purple Guy head, you can actually go ahead and toggle off the corpse to show off his skeleton skull right there. Oh, well, anyways, there you guys go. That is it for the novel trilogy section, and hopefully we actually get to see some more characters show up in this section. Hopefully we get to see like the other characters in a 3D style. So anyways, we are now going to be moving on to Into the Pit. Yep, that's right, Into Into the Pit, the Phasma Frights have been added to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack, and currently we only have Mr. Spring Bonnie from Into the Pit. So with Into the Pit Spring Bonnie right here, as you can see, he's just a super creepy version of Spring Bonnie. He's got a big old purple bow tie. He even has some strings coming from his bow tie, so that's pretty cool. And the main difference with this guy in comparison to other Spring Bonnie models is that he has like a black tear coming from one of his eyes, and he also has some super sharp teeth beneath his animatronic teeth, and he also has some realistic human eyes because, well, yeah, if you look closely, this guy does have a corpse inside of him, so it's just a twisted version of Spring Bonnie right here. So we can actually go ahead and remove the animatronic suit to see the corpse inside. So let's go ahead, toggle everything off. Oh, this is what is lurking behind the suit. Oh, what is this? Guy looks like an alien or something, bro. Oh, so this is the corpse inside Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. Oh, this guy's disturbing, bro. Why his nose so big, bro? Oh my gosh, he also has all these claws on his fingers and also on his toes as well. Oh, I'm tired of looking at corpses, bro. Now, I don't really got too much else to say about Mr. Into the Pit Spring Bonnie, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little Spring Bonnied out in this video. We've gone over so many different versions of Spring Bonnie and a Springtrap, but again, it is really cool seeing the book characters get some love, and it's also really cool seeing them in a 3D style, so hopefully we do get more characters added to the Phasma Fright section and also the novel trilogy section. I love both of these book sections. So again, it's really cool seeing these book characters get some love. So now we are finally going to move on to the 5 laps at Freddy's section. So all the models here come straight from the 5 laps at Freddy's demo. So we have ragdolls, props, and we even have carts and structures to check out in this section. So first of all, we're going to go over all the ragdolls right here. Now, there's not really much with the body groups on these ragdolls, but again, these are all of the official models from the 5 laps at Freddy's demo. So we got Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Mangle, Balloon Boy, Puppet, Springtrap, Lolbit, and the Wolf Indo. So now if we go over all the body groups, for Freddy, you can remove his hat and his bow tie. For Bonnie, you can remove his bow tie. Chica, you can remove her bib. Foxy, you can remove his eye patch, his earrings, and also his bandana. For Mangle, you can remove her bow tie. For Balloon Boy, you can remove his propeller. For the puppet doesn't have any body groups. Springtrap doesn't have any body groups. And Lolbit, you can remove the bow tie, and the Wolf Indo does not have any body groups. So there's all the ragdolls featured off in the 5 laps at Freddy's section. So I gotta say, I really do like the 5 laps at Freddy's models. They are very different from any versions of the animatronics we have seen before. But again, it's kind of like Freddy and Friends, but they're all super cute. You know, we've never really gotten any cute animatronics out there. Well, okay, well, we have had the adventure animatronics in FNAF World, but the adventure animatronics from FNAF World are more animatronic, while these characters right here, these models from 5 laps at Freddy's, have more of a cartoony style to them, which I really do like, and it's very different to see the animatronics in this style, but I gotta say, I really do like them. Now, when comparing them to their original models from the original game, I gotta say the one animatronic that is definitely the most different and the most unique in their 5 laps at Freddy's form is Foxy. So Foxy here, as you can see, he's got some piercings on him. So he has an ear piercing, he has a bandana, and instead of having like a whole gap in his chest, since he's an animatronic, he actually just has a scar right there that's actually kind of like been stitched up. And also, instead of him having the shorts, he actually has pants on, and he also has a tail as well, guys. So Foxy does indeed have a nice little animatronic tail. Mangle also has her tail, but we've seen her have it before with the Help Wanted model. And also, Mangle actually has a pelvis piece, whereas before in her Five Nights at Freddy's 2 form, it would just be fully exposed. And with Mangle as well, I gotta say, another detail with Mangle I really like is how she would have the one glowing eye. It's actually a X instead, so it's like crossed out, like showing that she's lost her eye right there. Meanwhile, her endoskeleton head actually has a white pupil. Also, the puppet still has the white pupils as well. So I gotta say, with Mangle, I think it's really cool how she actually has a X in her eye. But I have to say, out of all the animatronics, the one character that looks the most accurate to their original design has to go to Puppet. Puppet looks very similar to her design from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I mean, the Puppet is a super simple character. Yeah, so there we go. Also, one other thing I do want to point out is we never get to see Lolbit in the 5 Laps at Freddy's demo, but Lolbit is in the files, and there is actually apparently a little scene whenever you're switching between the character selection menu and the cart menu, and also the selection screen for like the racetrack, the course selection screen. You can actually faintly see a Lolbit in the background outside of a window for like a few frames whenever you're changing the scene. So Lolbit is in the demo, but Lolbit never moves around or anything like that, but Lolbit will be included in the game in the full version. We also have the wolf window right here, which is obviously the animatronic that will chase after the player whenever it is a nighttime mode. Apparently, we might also be getting different variations of the endoskeleton animatronic that will chase us across the map. So I'm super excited to see what other characters get added to 5 Laps at Freddy's. Obviously, we definitely know there is going to be more characters added that you will be able to play as. Lolbit is not a playable character. I don't think they will make Lolbit into a playable character. All we know is that Lolbit is probably going to be a shopkeeper type character, so I don't think we'll actually get to play as Lolbit. But the cool thing with Lolbit is that they have a nice little checker flag jacket on. They also have their ear pierced just like Foxy, so that's another cool thing with Lolbit right there. But that's all I really have to say about these animatronic ragdolls right here. And yes, all the characters that have ears do have some nice beautiful ear physics that come with them. So there you guys go. Here's all of the 5 Laps at Freddy's ragdolls in the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. We also have some character props for them. So we got Freddy's hat, his bow tie, Bonnie's bow tie, Chica's bib, Foxy's bandana, Foxy's eye patch, and with Foxy's eye patch, it actually does have some physics where the eye patch will flip open and close. We have Mangle's bow tie, we have Balloon Boy's propeller, the Puppet's mask, and also Lolbit's bow tie. So there's all the character props included in here. So next up we actually have is the cart model. So first of all, we have is the default cart right here. And the cool thing with the cart models is they actually will move. The wheels actually work. So if we go ahead and just vroom, there we go. If we added like a thruster or something to this cart would be zooming. So the wheels actually do work. So unfortunately, you can't drive it like a vehicle. Maybe that could be another mod that comes out in the future where you could actually drive the carts from 5 Laps at Freddy's. I know there is a mod that lets you drive the go-karts from Security Breach. Yeah, it's this mod right here, FNAF Go-Karts. So hopefully maybe we could get another one of these mods in the future where you're actually able to drive around in the go-karts from 5 Laps at Freddy's, since we have the ones from Security Breach. Well, I guess I'm zooming out of this review video. But I gotta say, I really do like with this cart right here that the wheels actually do move instead of it just being a solid prop right here. And also the steering wheel does move as well too, so that's also very cool. Anyways, with the default cart right here, we do have some different skins for it. So this is the default skin. We have a skin 1, which is Freddy's cart, skin 2, skin 3, skin 4, skin 5, skin 6, skin 7, and skin 8. So there's all the different skins for the carts. And in case you're curious, all the characters that go with it, this is Freddy's, this is Bonnie's, this is Chica's, this is Foxy's, Balloon Boy, Puppet, Springtrap, and a Mangle. So that is the corresponding characters with those colors right there. And again, we just have this extra skin 0 cart right here, which is the default cart. Default textures for the cart, which I believe is actually very similar to Bonnie's. So we switch it to skin 2. As you can see, Bonnie's just has a few extra scratches and a few extra bits of dust on it. So it's very similar to Bonnie's cart, the default cart right there. So there you go. There's the default cart. Anyways, we also have the cupcake cart. Mr. Cupcake, help. I've been turned into a racing car. I've been turned into a go-kart. Please help me. So just like the default cart, the wheels do work on Mr. Cupcake, and you can also move the steering wheel around inside. I gotta say, I love the cupcake cart because it's just Mr. Cupcake, bro. He looks so done with life. He's like, man, you know you've gone too far in life when you've been turned into a go-kart, bro. And I love how the actual engines on the back are candles. Oh, that is amazing right there, as like the exhaust pipes. So anyways, with the cupcake cart does not have any body groups or any skins because we only ever get to see one version of the cupcake cart, but it is included in this pack right here. So I gotta say, I love Mr. Cupcake. Here's a beautiful car right there. Next up we have is the Midnight Motor car right here. So with this car, again, the wheels do work on it. We have the little spring Bonnie antenna on the back, which we can actually get a closer look at. So yeah, it's just a nice little spring Bonnie head hanging on the very back of the antenna for the car. The steering wheel does move around as well. And with this one does not have any skins or any body groups with it. So there you go, the Midnight Motors car right here. Purple guy's car. Yo, we finally have purple guy's car in Five Nights at Freddy's. This is amazing. So there is actually a alternate version of this car, which we never get to see this in the demo, but it is in the files, and this is like a lower resolution version of the Midnight Motor car, and it's actually called the Midnight Motor Secret. So apparently this was going to be like a secret. Also, the wheels do work on this car as well in this pack, and same with the steering wheel. The steering wheel will also move around, but it's very interesting to see this because originally this was going to be a secret, probably on the Midnight Motorist track. Maybe this car would be in the background, but then I guess they ended up making it a playable car in the game, so I guess that's why this was scrapped right here. But there is a alternate version of the car, and again, it's very cool to see like the secret behind the scene version of the Midnight Motor car. So that is it for all the different carts in this pack. We have all the items, which these are all the items that the characters would pick up and throw onto the track. So we have the gift box right here, we have the bomb, we have a Mr. Cupcake, 5 Laps at Freddy's, Mr. Cupcake. Yay, let's go. I didn't stay as a cart, I can be my own character. Yippee. So we got Mr. Cupcake. We also have this Spring Bonnie drawing, which this actually is not in the demo, it's in the files. Apparently this is like a scrapped item or behind the scenes item. Again, this might show up in the full release, we don't know yet, but all we know is that this is in the files of the demo but isn't actually usable. So there is this drawing of Spring Bonnie. We have the exotic butters, we have the Phaser Blaster, we have this firework right here. We have this little magnet which has a little battery symbol on it. We have the mirror right here, and we also have the 3 different pieces of broken glass whenever the mirror shatters. We have the Moondrop candy. Again, this is also something in the behind the scenes. Same with this little pizza box right here, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So we have a pizza box, and we also have this little electrician box right here, this little zapper whapper. So these are all the different items. We also have the doors, which there's actually 2 versions of the security door in this pack. We have the small security door and then the large security door. So the large security door is kind of like used for if you want to go in as your regular player model from Gary's mod, but then these doors actually fit the height of the ragdolls from 5 Laps at Freddy. So that is why there's 2 different sizes of the security door right there. But yeah, that is all the items in the 5 Laps at Freddy sections. So with the final bit we have to go over is actually going down here. We have some structures from 5 Laps at Freddy. So first of all, we have is this little barn structure, which this can be seen in the background on one of the maps. We have the juniors location. We are open. So if we go ahead and get a nice little look around here, we can see that there is a double door on the side, there is a window, and there is more windows on the side, and that's pretty much it to the juniors location. There is nothing inside juniors, in case you were wondering. There's also nothing inside here, obviously, because we never go inside. We also have a nice little bridge piece right here. We have a Freddy Fazbear Pizza billboard. Oh, look at Freddy Fazbear, bro. He's holding 2 pizzas. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Buy one and get one free. Yo, that's a pretty good deal. We also have 2 foliage props right here. So we got a nice, beautiful tree and a bush from 5 Laps at Freddy's. And with that, that is all the models featured off in the 5 Laps at Freddy section for the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. So again, it's super cool seeing the 5 Laps at Freddy's characters in Gary's mod alongside all of the other models. Again, I'm super excited for 5 Laps at Freddy's. I know the demo was super buggy, but the full version of 5 Laps at Freddy's will be coming out in 2025. So I'm super excited to see who all else is going to get added to the game. All right, we are now moving on to the brand new 5 Nights at Candy's section. So this section is mainly ragdolls, but we do also have some character props. So the first ragdoll we are going to go over is actually not a part of the candy section, believe it or not. This guy right here is actually added to 5 Nights at Freddy's 2, and this is Sugar the cat. Yep, that's right. Who needs candy when we got sugar? Even better, straight up sugar. So this is Sugar the cat. So if you guys do not know the lore of 5 Nights at Candy's, originally Candy the cat showed up in 5 Nights at Freddy's 2. Well, that's what people believed, and that is where this hoax, Sugar, came from, where there's an edit of this character right here, Sugar the cat, in the prize corner in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 behind the balloons next to the Puppets box. And eventually this character Sugar got turned into Candy the cat. But this is the first time we ever got to see Sugar, basically the early version of Candy the cat. And as you can see right here, the main differences between Candy and Sugar is that Sugar is a bit more of a faded blue texture. Sugar is also missing the iconic tie, and also Sugar's eyes are smaller than Candy the cat's. But those are the main differences between Candy and Sugar. And again, Mr. Sugar right here, since he is a hoax from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, he actually shows up in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 section of the Gmod FNAF bundle pack, but everyone else here is listed in the Five Nights at Candy section. So next up we actually have is our boy Candy the cat. So yeah, everybody knows Candy, everybody loves Candy the cat. Meow, come on down and get some burgers and fries. Who needs all that greasy pizza when you can have some burgers and I guess some greasy fries, but we're not going to talk about that. So with Candy the cat, the cool thing is that his tie right here actually does have some ragdoll physics, so you can flip his tie up and down all you want. Hey, stop messing with my tie. And also, just like every other ragdoll in this pack, he does have some nice, beautiful ear physics. So here is Candy the cat, and if you're wondering what the body groups are like with these characters right here, you mainly can switch up the eyeballs. So we have Candy Eye 0, Candy Eye 1, where you actually have the glowing white pupil in the center of the eye. Then you have Eye 2. Oh my gosh, those are some big old anime eyes. And then Eye 3 re-adds that eye glow effect right there. So you can give this guy some big old anime eyes. Meow, 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 meow. And with Sugar over here, you can actually switch out his eye for a similar eye to Candy right there. So if you wanted his eyes to actually be a bit bigger and more accurate to Candy, then you can actually switch the eye out right there within the body groups. But anyways, I don't really have too much to say about Candy. I love Candy the cat. He's a nice, simple guy. You know, he's nice and chill. He likes to hand out burgers. So let's move on to his sister, Cindy. So here is Cindy the cat, Candy's sister. Instead of a tie, she has a beautiful bow tie. And obviously the main differences with her is that she is purple instead of blue. And her body shape is also more feminine, where Candy's is just more of a egg shape. Yeah, that's how I describe your body. Hey man, I'm not shaped like an egg. Dude, your stomach literally looks like an egg. Be quiet. Oh man, now I'm self-conscious. Look at what you did. Anyways, with Cindy over here for her body groups, again, you can switch out the eyes. So you have the eye glow effect in the center, big old anime eyes, and also eye glow effect with the big old anime eyes right there. So that is pretty much everything to Cindy the cat right here. Next up we have is our boy Chester. And I'm sorry, whenever I look at Chester right here, I don't know what it is about this guy, but I just feel like this guy has a massive head. I don't know what it is that makes this guy feel like his head is just massive. Probably because he's right next to Cindy and Candy and their heads are actually like kind of proper for their bodies. I don't know what it is. When I look at Chester, I'm like, man, this guy's got a big old head. I mean, hey, big monkey head equals big monkey brain. So he must be very smart, right? So anyways, here is Chester the chimpanzee. He is basically the Foxy in Five Nights at Candy's. He's off on his own little side stage where he plays on his beautiful banjo. He's got some green overalls. Also, speaking of Chester's banjo, you can actually toggle it here in the body groups to actually give him his nice, beautiful banjo. You can also toggle, oh my gosh, yo, I'm sorry, Chester, I did not mean to rip off your pants, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. If you really want to remove his pants, you can. That feels like a violation right there. I'm so sorry, Chester the chimpanzee. I did not mean to do that. We also have his eye toggles right. Oh my god. Oh my, Chester, buddy. Abandon humanity. Return to monkey. Okay, Chester, this guy's definitely I was about to say this guy's seen some things, but clearly he hasn't seen anything if he doesn't have any eyeballs whatsoever. Chester, buddy? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Blank. So here's Blank. So Blank is one of the withered animatronics in Five Nights at Candy's. Basically how the Five Nights at Candy's lore works is that there is, first of all, the rat and the cat. Then there is Old Candy and Blank. And then after those two, we had Candy's crew, pull on up. So here is Blank from Five Nights at Candy's 1. So as you can see, he's super old. His texture is kind of faded out. He has some withering effects on him. His whole arm right there, half of his arm is completely missing. And also the back of his head is also missing as well. And basically this guy is hanged up on some like hangers in one of the rooms, and kids get to come in here and draw all over him. Listen, you thought Mangle had a bad time in Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Nah, this is worse, bro. Imagine a bunch of kids just drawing whatever they want all over your body. That is just not nice. I'm so sorry, Blank, you had to go through all that. So anyways, if we look very closely, we can see all the different drawings on Blank, which I gotta say, I really like that with Blank's character right here, because Blank was such a unique character. As you can see, he has like a drawing on Bowtie. There's drawings of Freddy and Bonnie. There's a drawing of a chicken. There's a ladder, a rocket ship, a balloon, some X's, a house. There's also Chica on his head, and same with Foxy. We're also not going to talk about the mysterious purple guy drawing on the side of Blank's head. You know, I'm sure it's probably fine. I'm sure that child had a great time. We're not going to worry why his eyes are crossed out. No. He's completely fine. So anyways, with Blank's body groups right here, if we go into the body groups, we can actually remove his animatronic suit right here to reveal the endoskeleton of Blank. And this guy's endoskeleton is creepy, bro. Oh, this is Blank's endoskeleton right here.
Endo Bendo.
Yeah, oh my gosh, what happened to this Endo Bendo? So this is the endoskeleton of Blank. Yeah, well, now this guy really is Blank. I'm not funny. So we're gonna move on to our next character, Mr. Penguin. May I take your order? May I take your order? May I take your order? You know what? No, Mr. Penguin. No, you may not take my order. What? So this beautiful little creature right here is the trash can from Five Nights at Candy's. I mean, the Balloon Boy version of the animatronic in Five Nights at Candy. So this is Candy's own version of Balloon Boy. So if this guy gets into your office, he's just going to be saying, may I take your order? 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 But yo, again, this guy really is just built like a trash can right here. And the cool thing with this ragdoll is that you can spin his head in circles. Endless, bro. I can see everything, bro. I can see everything. Hey, yo, I thought you was a penguin, not an owl. What you doing with your head? May I take your order? 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 Anyways, let's go ahead and go over the penguin's body groups right here. So with Mr. Penguin right here, we can go ahead and toggle off his beak. That is cursed. We can remove his wings. We can remove his feet. We also can remove the wheels. This is how the penguin gets around. There's these little wheels on the bottom of him that we can remove. We can remove his bow tie, his buttons, his eyes, and his eyelids. Wow, bro really did turn into a trash can, bro. Just take off his head and boom, we got ourselves a trash can. So there is Mr. Penguin. Well, there was Mr. Penguin. Now he's let's just say he's in a better place. Okay, yeah, no, well, guys, I found our new trash can right here. Let's go. So next up we actually have is Shadow Candy, and there's actually two different versions of Shadow Candy in this pack. There is a Shadow Candy who has a purple texture, kind of similar to Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and then there is a solid black version of Shadow Candy, very similar to Shadow Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So these are the two different versions of Shadow Candy in this pack, and I mean, that's pretty much it, the Shadow Candy. He's basically just a purple shadowy character version of the original Candy the cat over here. But with his body groups, there is no body groups, and there's no body groups for you. So if you want to know what his body groups is, well, too bad, because he doesn't have any body groups. But just like the other Shadow animatronics out there, this guy's teeth will glow up in the dark. He's got these creepy pupils, and the other version of Shadow Candy is even more creepier. He's got like white and purple teeth. Oh, this guy is just staring into my soul. Hi, Shadow Candy, bro. Hey, buddy, please be nice to me. Oh, I also just realized why your fingers so sharp with this super shadow version of Candy, bro. Why you got them sharp fingers right there? What you gonna do? Please don't stab me. And actually, speaking of fingers, if we actually pay very close attention to his fingers, you can actually see that Shadow Candy here has 5 fingers, where the original Candy over here only has 4 fingers. So it looks like that's the main difference with the models, is that Shadow Candy has an extra finger. So that's an interesting detail right there. I never realized that with Shadow Candy. Also, this other version of Shadow Candy also has 5 fingers as well. So hey, the more fingers the better, I always say. You know what? I guess that's true. That is true. So anyways, we're now going to move on to Old Candy. Old Candy also appeared in Five Nights at Candy's 1. He was Blank's counterpart, and surprisingly, this guy is in better condition than Blank, but yet they have Blank out in the open, and while this guy's having to chill in parts and services room. Like, listen, bro, listen, this guy might have lost his eyes, but other than that, he looks in really good condition. I'm not gonna lie. Why didn't they put this guy out there and be like, oh, it's Candy's dad, you know, visiting, or what was it, his grandpa from FNAF Fur, bro? Why couldn't Candy's grandpa come visit? Why was he snoozing in the back room? I guess he was in retirement, so I guess it makes sense. But anyways, with Old Candy, just like Blank, we can go ahead and remove his animatronic suit, so we can see the endoskeleton for Old Candy right here. Obviously, it's going to be similar to Blank's endoskeleton because they are both from the same era in Five Nights at Candy's. But unlike Blank's endoskeleton, this guy's actually has his full endoskeleton arm right here, where Blank's endoskeleton arm is missing and has some wires dangling from it. So there is Old Candy in this pack. Next up, we are moving on to a Rat. Rat first showed up in Five Nights at Candy's 1. He was the secret character that would come out of the back room. So this is Mr. Rat. This guy has 5 fingers. He was the first animatronic made in the Five Nights at Candy series, I'm pretty sure, because he comes from the Rat and Cat Theater. So this guy is super old, way older than Old Candy and a Blank, and this guy's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie. This guy always disturbed me in Five Nights at Candy's. But anyways, we can remove his parts right here. So we have the torso, the mask, the jaw, the ears, the arms. So we can actually see the Rat's endoskeleton right here. And again, since he is an older animatronic than Blank and Old Candy, his animatronic endoskeleton is a way different. So the only thing we cannot remove is the mask. So if we actually switch the mask right here, it looks like it alternates the withering effect on him. That might be for like whatchamacallit, Withered Rat from Five Nights at Candy's 2. But if we toggle the mask right there, it alternates the withering effect, which actually on closer inspection, I think this is actually currently a bug, because if we look at this side of the mask, yeah, all the model is just kind of like ripped up right here. So I guess the mask is supposed to fully come off, but right now it is kind of bugged out right now where you can't fully toggle it off, because with Mr. Cat over here, if we toggle his mask, we can actually remove his entire mask right there. So I guess Rat's mask right here is bugged out where you can't fully remove it. It only removes like parts of the mask, which is kind of random. But anyways, there we go. That's pretty much everything to Mr. Rat. So speaking of Mr. Cat, we are going to move on to the cat next. So the cat, again, he's from the same era as a Rat, because you know, as Rat and Cat's Theater. But Mr. Cat over here, he only shows up in Five Nights at Candy's 2. That's the first time we ever get to see the cat, which is like the very origin of Candy the cat, technically, because I'm assuming Old Candy was probably based off of this guy right here, Mr. Cat. Anyways, one unique thing about Cat right here is obviously since he comes from a newer game than the Rat, if we look very closely at his endoskeleton, we can actually see that he has some extra endoskeleton rods in comparison to the Rat's endoskeleton right here. So that's an interesting detail that I just now noticed, is that this guy has some more rods on his legs in comparison to the Rat. But anyways, with Mr. Cat, let's go ahead and strip him of his animatronic suit. We looked at him for like a few seconds, so we're just going to go ahead and remove his animatronic casing to reveal that endo bendo. So when you fully remove the cat's suit, this is what his animatronic endoskeleton looks like. And yeah, this guy is looking kind of creepy. I think that's all I can really say. I gotta say though, I really do like the cat's design from Five Nights at Candy's, and one of the cool things I really do like about Rat and Cat is the stitching on the mask. I love how they're actually stitched up together, and you can easily see the stitching. Again, kind of represents that they are super old animatronics, and also at the time when they were made, the company didn't have as much money to be able to make high-tech animatronics like Candy over here, like the new Candy we have. So it's really cool to see like these super old animatronics, and especially with all the stitches on them. So I really do like that effect. And also, speaking of another old animatronic, we also have Vinny the puppet. Vinny, I believe, also comes from the Rat and Cat Theater, but Vinny right here is basically the sad version of the marionette. So Vinny is super similar to the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The main difference is instead of having the red cheeks and the red lips, Vinny has blue cheeks and blue lips, and also instead of the smile, Vinny is frowning. So that is the main difference between Vinny and the puppet. And other than that, there's not really anything else to say about Vinny. Vinny doesn't have any body groups, so there is Vinny the puppet. There you go, Vinny, super simple design. So we're gonna go ahead and move on into the retro animatronics in this Five Nights at Candy section. So we've seen all the animatronics that we've seen in the games, but we actually have repaired versions of Blank, Old Candy, Rat, and a Cat included in this pack. So these are all the repaired versions right here. As you can see, they are all cleaned up. They have no withering on them, and also Old Candy and Blank have their eyes back. So it's really cool to see these fixed up versions of these old characters right here. So I really do like being able to see them in this style right here. So yeah, there you go, Blank, Old Candy, Rat, and a Cat. If we go over here to Blank right here, again, we can go ahead and strip him of his entire animatronic suit to reveal the endoskeleton. So this is the nice, beautiful, proper endoskeleton with the eyeballs. We can also go ahead and mess around here with Old Candy right here with his body group, so we can actually toggle the eyelids and stuff. Oh my gosh, these are some scary endoskeletons. These endoskeletons look like they've been traumatized. So it looks like Blank and Old Candy have the exact same eye texture. So that's a fun fact right there with these repaired models. And there you guys go. That is pretty much it for all the ragdolls in the Five Nights at Candy section. We do also have some lovely character props in this section as well. So we have Candy's tie as a prop right here. Well, it does have some nice ragdoll physics, just like his proper tie on his model, so we can spawn it in separately. We have the burger from Five Nights at Candy's, which if you guys don't know, the burger is basically Candy's version of the cupcake. We have Cindy's bow tie. We have Chester's banjo, the penguin's bow tie, both shadow candy ties, and we also have a microphone prop. Also, the burger over here does have some body groups. So if we go into the body groups for the burger, we can actually remove the different parts of the burger. So we can remove the top bun, the bottom bun, the tomato, the burger, the lettuce, the cheese, and also the eyeballs as well. So now this guy is straight up nothing. Yo, Mr. Burger, you okay? They took all my insides. They ate everything but the bun. We are now moving on into the brand new POPGOES Evergreen section in the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. So all these guys right here are based off of POPGOES Evergreen, the upcoming POPGOES game, not the original POPGOES. So all of these characters right here, POPGOES Evergreen, and these guys are super, super high quality. Just by looking at these models right here, oh, they look fantastic. So let's go ahead and start off with the main weasel himself, POPGOES. So we got POPGOES the Weasel from POPGOES Evergreen. So as you can see, POPGOES is equipped with a nice beautiful green bow tie. He's got on his snazzy green vest. He even has his hat, which has a green stripe, and if we look at it from the back, we can actually see where the ribbon is dangling off of the hat from the very back. So I really do like that effect right there, instead of it just being a solid line. Let's see, we got POPGOES. You know, he's got his beautiful tail right there. He comes with a nice little weasel tail. Look at this weasel. POPGOES the Weasel. Yeah, those are all the main unique details that I gotta say about POPGOES right here. If you look very closely, I love the textures on this guy right here. I don't know what it is, but the textures on POPGOES really make him pop out and make him feel like an actual animatronic that would be seen in real life. If you also look very closely at all the seams and where all the joints connect up, especially like on the leg pieces and the arm pieces, you can see yeah, all the seams on it where the pieces were actually formed together. So I really do love that effect. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive straight into the body groups and the skin. So for all these characters have a secondary skin where you're actually able to change their eyes. So right here, if we look at his eyes, this guy's got some nice, beautiful, normal animatronic eyes. But if we switch him to skin 1, his eyes will become solid green. So it's kind of like him being possessed or being like corrupted. Oh, look at POPGOES right there. I'm not gonna lie, I love POPGOES so much. So yeah, you can switch his eye to a solid green texture and it will actually glow up in the dark right there. Anyways, we got all the toggles. So POPGOES will normally hold a microphone, so we can go ahead and toggle the microphone on. So here's POPGOES microphone right here. As you can see, it also has a nice, beautiful green stripe. Again, fitting in with POPGOES' second color, which is green. So that way we know that this is POPGOES microphone right here. So we got this nice, beautiful microphone that we can toggle on and off in the body groups. We can remove his hat. We can remove his vest, and his vest actually has 2 toggles. We can just remove the back side of the vest right there, and we can also remove the front side of the vest right there. So now he's looking kind of similar to his original design from the first POPGOES. We can also toggle off his bow tie as well. So man, bro, POPGOES got robbed. They took all my belongings. They took everything, even the kids. Next up in line, we have is Blake the Badger, and Blake is the technician of POPGOES Pizzeria. So if anybody's having any problems, Blake the Badger is there to assist you. So looking at Blake right here, we can actually see that he has a nice, beautiful name tag right here that lets you know that this is Blake the Badger, and he is a certified helper. Oh yeah, that's right. You can trust me. So anyways, with Blake right here, just like POPGOES, this guy does have a tail as well, but his tail is super small because, you know, he is a badger. But the cool thing about Blake being a technician is that is basically his whole entire design right here, and that he has a utility belt equipped on him. So if we look very closely at his belt right here, as you can see, he has a ton of different pockets, and he has some different utensils that he can use to help repair some things around here. So if we look very closely, I believe he actually has a pin. Yes, he has a pin off to the side of his belt, and also near the front of his belt, he actually has a USB cable equipped, bro. Bro's got a phone charger. He's got a backup phone charger, bro. Listen, if you ever go over to a friend's house and your phone is running low on batteries and you got to ask if somebody has an extra phone charger, bro, Blake is the guy to hit you up. Well, what's that you say? You need an extra phone charger? Don't worry, bro. I always bring my spare. I come prepared. Oh, there we go. So I love Blake the Badger right here. I love how he has a utility belt. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the body groups for Blake. So right off the bat with Blake, just like POPGOES, we can switch him to skin 1, and now his eyes will be solid yellow, again corresponding with his regular eye color. So since POPGOES' eyes are green, his solid eye color will be green. Blake's eyes are yellow, so his solid eye color will be yellow. Anyways, for the body groups on Blake the Badger, we can toggle off the lanyard, we can remove all the bags on his utility belt, we can remove the USB charger, we can take out his pin, we can also remove his belt, and we can also toggle the phone. So he will actually hold up a phone. He's like, all right, hold on, let me pull up the receipts. Let's see here. Shoot, my phone's dead. Well, good thing I brought my extra phone charger. Shoot, I should not have lent my phone charger out. I need it back. Well, it looks like Weaselware does not have you covered. So anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next character, Sarah the Squirrel. So here's Sarah the Squirrel. As you can see, she is wearing a nice, beautiful blue dress. She also has a big old bushy squirrel tail right behind her. So anyways, with Sarah, again, her eyes can also glow up. Since her eyes are light blue, her skin will be light blue for her eyes glowing in the dark. For the body groups, we can actually toggle on her guitar. So this is Sarah's guitar that she will normally hold whenever she is performing in the band, and she has a bit of a cyan guitar right here, so you can toggle that on and off. You can also toggle off her dress right here to reveal her shorts, and there you go. That's pretty much all I have to say about Sarah the Squirrel. And speaking of squirrels, we actually have one other squirrel, Saffron the Squirrel. So Saffron is also a squirrel, so she also is wearing a skirt instead of a dress, but she also has a big old bushy squirrel tail as well, and she actually has on a little music note necklace right here. So with Saffron, we can also give her a guitar just like Sarah, but her guitar will be a different design, and she actually has a purple guitar right here. So between the two guitars, I don't know which one I like more. Honestly, I think I might have to go with Sarah's guitar. I think this guitar looks cooler in my opinion right here. But anyways, just like Sarah, we can actually remove her dress right there, so we can toggle it on and off. We can also toggle on the guitar details. So, okay, there we go. Now the guitar is looking better. So it looks like Saffron's guitar right here actually has an extra toggle for all the details right there. Okay, now that guitar is looking way better. Before I was like, man, that guitar is looking like it's missing something. Yeah, no kidding, it was missing something right there. All right, well, anyways, also again, we do have the extra skin right there. Her eyes are a bit more of a magenta color, so her solid eye color will be completely magenta right there. And that's all I really have to say about Saffron the Squirrel. So we are now going to move on to Stone the Crow, and since this guy is a crow, he has to sleep outside. What the heck? That doesn't make any sense. Everyone else is an animal, but they all sleep inside. Why do I have to go outside? Because we said so. Don't worry, we'll give you the scarf so that way you stay warm. Well, I guess that'll work. Time to get through the long, cold winter with just one red scarf. So anyways, we have Stone the Crow, and this guy will normally be outside of the pizzeria holding up a sign for people to go into the drive-thru, and you can actually toggle on his sign right here. So if we toggle the sign, we can see where the arrows point. So we have a one direction, which is walking into the pizzeria, and then we have another arrow that points to the drive-thru. Yep, that's right. I just sit outside and hold this sign all day. It's not like we could have put this sign on a pole. Nope, I have to be the one holding it. It's chilly out, and also it rains. The rain is the worst. Why does nobody care for my safety? Anyways, with Stone the Crow, we can also toggle off his scarf right there. What? You took away my scarf. That's the one thing I had to my name. So yeah, you can toggle on and off his scarf right there. And again, just like the other characters, we can switch his eyes to a solid eye color, and his eyes will be red. Yeah, that's not menacing whatsoever. Also, this guy does have a tail. He has a beautiful bird tail, which will flap up and down right there. So you can actually use it as a fan to cool yourself off. Just flap his tail right there. But anyways, that's all I really have to say about Stone the Crow. So again, absolutely love all these main characters from POPGOES Evergreen right here. Again, my favorite part about these guys is the textures and the models. They just look super realistic, and honestly, I can see these guys in real life looking the exact same right here, because these guys look super realistic. So absolutely love the models for POPGOES Evergreen, and I'm super excited to play POPGOES Evergreen whenever it does come out in the future. But we do still have some more characters to go over, and that is Mr. Black Rabbit. So Black Rabbit is Shadow Bonnie in POPGOES Evergreen, but as you can see, this guy has some unique textures. So this guy is actually 3D printed, because apparently in POPGOES will go around 3D printing parts of Black Rabbit, and as you can see, that is why Black Rabbit has this 3D printer texture to him, because all the pieces on him are 3D printed. Also, an interesting thing is comparing him to Shadow Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the actual eyes and the teeth with this model right here aren't really solid white. They're actually more of a light gray color instead of them being super white. So it's actually a bit more of a faded color right there. But yeah, here's Black Rabbit. He's basically the exact same as Shadow Bonnie. He does also have the nice, beautiful Toy Bonnie tail behind him. But with Black Rabbit right here, we can actually go ahead and toggle off his eyes, and we can also remove his bow tie. So there you go. That's all I have to say about Black Rabbit. I mean, he's a super simple character. So there you guys go. There is a Black Rabbit. Also, one more cool thing about Black Rabbit in this pack is that you can actually spawn him in as individual parts. So if we move over here, we can see all the parts of Black Rabbit. So whenever POPGOES 3D print a piece of Black Rabbit, this is what one of the pieces will be like, and then he'll carry Black Rabbit to the main area. So we have the head, we have the torso, the bow tie, the pelvis, the tail, the legs, the foot, the arms, and the hands, and we also got the ears. So we have parts of a Black Rabbit that we can spawn in. So here's all the individual parts right here. Obviously, if you want to actually fully create him out of spare parts, you will have to spawn in some extra leg pieces, an extra foot, and also some extra ears as well. But no, I'm pretty sure we have all the pieces of Black Rabbit. All right, guys, POPGOES assembled all the pieces of Black Rabbit. Time to build ourselves an animatronic. So we got the foot, we got the leg, we got the thigh. Let's see what comes after the thigh. Let's see, we have we have the torso. Yes, the torso comes next. There we go. We have the torso. We have the let's see, what else do we have? Oh yes, the tail. We cannot forget about the tail. The tail will go, let's see, the tail goes right there. We have the arm pieces right here. So we have the arm, we have another arm piece, and then let's see, so this will actually move in a upwards direction, and then we actually have the ear piece connected right here. So the ear connects right here. Yes, I know it might seem a little abstract, but don't worry guys, I'm following the blueprints accordingly. All right, so we add Black Rabbit's ear right there. There we go. This is looking just like Black Rabbit. Let's see, then we have some extra pieces on him. So we have to add his head right here, and then we give him his hat. Yes, because Black Rabbit definitely has a hat, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's got himself a hat, and then we got him his bow tie, which can go right at the end of his tail. And we also have the what are these? These are the hands. Yeah, so we put a hand there, and then we have another hand right here, and there we go. One beautiful black rabbit right here. Look at this guy. He's just doing some ballet right here. Ta-da! Black rabbit has been built. I think you forgot to 3D print some pieces, but I'm back in time to scare the night guard. All right, Mr. Night Guard, you better watch out, because I'm coming for you. Oh, no, you didn't glue all the pieces. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I guess I'm dead again. The next ragdoll we have in line is False Freddy. Look at this guy. This guy is creepy. Where is Mr. Hugs? Okay, buddy. Okay, so this is basically a nightmarified version of Toy Freddy, and we do know that there is going to be false animatronics of all of the toy animatronics in POPGOES Evergreen, but currently in the pack we only have False Freddy. So this is False Freddy. Again, he is based off of Toy Freddy, and he's just a nightmare version of Toy Freddy right here. Oh, this guy just looks so creepy. So yeah, as you can easily see, this guy mainly represents Toy Freddy, but now this guy's got some super sharp nails on his hands and also on his feet. As you can see, his body shape is a little disoriented, and he's got a super tiny head now. My head shrunk and I lost my eyebrows. But also, as you can see, this guy does also have some sharp teeth as well. So yeah, this is just a false version of Toy Freddy right here. This guy's just disturbing, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm glad False Balloon Boy's not in this pack, because False Balloon Boy, oh, he is way creepier than False Toy Freddy right here. But yeah, here's False Toy Freddy. So I mean, other than him being a giant monstrous version of Toy Freddy, I mean, that's basically him. Short and simple. So that's all I really got to say about False Freddy right here, but we can go ahead and dive into the body groups. So with the body groups, we can toggle his hat, which I believe this is also bugged right now in this pack. So hopefully in an update, you can actually toggle the hat off, because the hat toggle does absolutely nothing, but it is supposed to remove his hat. We can toggle off his bow tie, and we can also remove his buttons right there. So there you go. That's everything to False Freddy. So let's go ahead and move on to the character props right here. So you can spawn in all of these pieces from the characters as their own unique props. So we have POPGOES' hat, his bow tie, his microphone, we have the phone, the USB charger, the different bags, Blake's badge, the pin, both of the guitars, the music note, the sign, the scarf. We also have False Freddy's hat and also his bow tie as well, and that is all of the character props. But there is also one extra thing added to the POPGOES Evergreen section, and that is this beautiful POPGOES Evergreen logo right here. So we have the logo from POPGOES Evergreen included in this pack as a prop, and this thing actually does have different skins. So by default it will be white, but you can switch it to green, red, yellow, blue, and also a purple. So this represents the different colors of the animatronics eyes over here from the main POPGOES cast right here. And I do believe this will also glow up in the dark. Yep, there we go. POPGOES Evergreen coming one day, hopefully. We are now moving on to the final section of the Gmod FNAF bundle pack that has been updated. So we are moving on to the Joy of Creation. So recently the Joy of Creation demo came out as part of FNAF's 10th anniversary week, and we actually got the brand new ignited models from the game right here. So these are the new models of the ignited animatronics, and all these guys look fantastic right here. So again, these guys are taken straight from the demo of the Joy of Creation. So first of all, we're going to start off with the ignited Indo, which this is somebody we never really get to see. This is just a endoskeleton pieced together. So this is what the endoskeleton of the ignited animatronics look like right here. So as you can see, he has all of his animatronic parts pieced together, because this is just a bare regular endoskeleton. So as you can see, this guy is covered in wires, and it looks like the wires are mainly red. But also one thing I want to go ahead and say while I'm looking at this ignited endoskeleton is the eyes. So as you guys know, the original ignited animatronic use the phantom eye texture, but I really love how it's still very similar, and it's basically an updated version of the phantom eye texture, but it actually fits in with the ignited animatronic animatronics, so I absolutely love that right there. But anyways, with the body groups, we can actually remove his eyes. We can toggle the cloth on him, so we can actually add like a little cloth to the endoskeleton. We can also switch out his hands right here, so we have his default hands. Go ahead and hold up your hands so that way we can get a nice beautiful look. So yeah, if you look very closely at his hands are kind of sharp, especially on his fingers. But if we go ahead and switch up his hands, so we switch it from the normal hands to the claw hands, as you can see, he's got some super sharp claws now. We can also go ahead and give this guy Foxy's hook, and we also can switch up the other hand again while he has to hook out to the claw hand right there. So I love how you're able to customize this guy to fit him in with all of the ignited animatronics right here. And also the final toggle we have is all of the wires on this guy. Oh, this guy looks so weird without all the wires. Just removing the wires just makes him feel naked, bro. What? Yeah, give this guy his wires back. So there you go. That's pretty much everything to the ignited endo. So let's go ahead and take a look at ignited Freddy. Oh, ignited Freddy. This guy is looking amazing. As you can see, his withering is basically identical to the withering of the original ignited Freddy right here. But ignited Freddy, he's known for missing his ear, he's missing his hands, well mainly he's actually just missing his fingers, and he actually has some wires for fingers as, oh, that's so creepy. Seeing him have finger wires and the wires actually have physics to them, oh, that's so creepy. But yeah, this guy can use the wires as fingers. Oh, that is something the original ignited Freddy obviously lacked. But yeah, the main thing with these ignited animatronics though is that they are absolutely covered in wires. So these guys are very similar to the withered animatronics, but as you can see, they have burnt textures on them, so they have a bunch of black spots smudged all over their model. Also, another thing with ignited Freddy right here is that he is missing one of his eyebrows. That is something that the original ignited Freddy had, but we can also see inside this guy's endoskeleton. And oh, we can see the endoskeleton jaw right there poking out of the mask. Oh, that's so creepy. That's one thing I really love about ignited Freddy, is that you're actually able to see the top part of the endoskeleton mouth pop out of the actual mask, because it looks like Freddy's mask has kind of gotten loosened upwards and it's actually starting to fall off the endoskeleton head. So you can actually see the endoskeleton mouth way better than you normally could with withered Freddy. So oh, that is definitely a creepy detail I absolutely love with ignited Freddy. But don't worry guys, this guy still has his top hat, he has his bow tie, and he also still has both of his buttons, so he's still looking pretty snazzy. So for the body groups with ignited Freddy, we can actually remove his hat, remove his ear, remove his mask, remove the eyes, his torso, his bow tie, his buttons, pelvis, shoulders, the arms, and also the legs. And we can also toggle off the wires. So this is the endoskeleton right here for ignited Freddy. Oh, ignited Freddy, bro, what happened to you? You don't look so good. You do not look so good. So yeah, also comparing him to the ignited endo right here, talking about the top endoskeleton jaw, it looks like the top endoskeleton jaw has actually fallen downwards. So it looks like it got like a little dislocated and it's now fallen down, because if you do a nice little comparison side by side, you can see that this guy's jaw is looking nice and proper while this guy's jaw has kind of fallen over. So there is ignited Freddy. So we're now going to move on to ignited Bonnie, one of my favorite ignited animatronics right here. So just like ignited Freddy, ignited Bonnie's withering is super similar to the original ignited Bonnie from the original Joy creation. But as you can see, again, with these ignited animatronics, they are mainly just covered in extra wires. But I still really do love these newer ignited animatronics right here. So ignited Bonnie, he's known for missing half of his ear, kind of makes him look like Springtrap a little bit. He's missing his animatronic suit pieces for basically his whole torso section. He is also missing an animatronic piece on his lower right leg right there. But yeah, here's ignited Bonnie again, and just like Freddy, this guy still has his bow tie, and also with this ragdoll in this pack, his jaw is actually loose, but the endoskeleton jaw is actually attached to the head. So whenever this guy's moving around, the jaw will do a nice little wiggle effect right there, which I absolutely love, because it shows off that these guys are super old and falling apart. So the jaw is indeed unhinged. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the body groups for Mr. Ignited Bonnie. So with Ignited Bonnie, you can go ahead and toggle off his ears right there. So now he's basically lost his ear, so now he can't hear anything. We can remove the mask, the jaw, the bow tie, the pelvis, and also all the other animatronic suit pieces. So this is what Ignited Bonnie's endoskeleton looks like with all the wires on it. And I gotta say, this endoskeleton right here looks really cool, but if you remove the wires, it just looks, bro, give him his wires back. Yo, I gotta say, this guy looks really cool. All the Ignited Endos look really cool as long as they have their wires on. But I gotta say, comparing Ignited Freddy and Ignited Bonnie's Endos together, I gotta say Ignited Bonnie's Endo is way creepier than Ignited Freddy's. The next Ignited animatronic we have is Ignited Chica, and out of all the new Ignited animatronic models, Ignited Chica is probably the one who's probably changed the most in comparison to the original classic animatronic in the Withering style. So the original Ignited Chica had both of her eyes, but this version of Ignited Chica is actually missing an eyeball and has a ton of eye wire coming out of her mask. And also another thing to point out with Ignited Chica right here, this new Ignited Chica, is she actually has her lower arms. Before, she only had the upper pieces of her arms, but now she actually has the lower pieces of her arms, and she actually still has the wire effect coming from her arms like Wither Chica did from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So that is the main withering difference between the original Ignited Chica and this new Ignited Chica right here. So yeah, Ignited Chica has gotten some upgrades. Isn't that right, Ignited Chica? No, don't do it, Chica, don't do it, bro. Listen, it's a new era, you don't gotta say it, Cranberries! Woo!
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
Ignited Chica also has some extra holes in her torso, and you can actually still see the Let's Eat text on her bib, but it is super faded out, so I love that detail a lot. That is probably my favorite thing about Ignited Chica right here, is that the Let's Eat text is super faded out on her bib. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the body groups for Ignited Chica so we can remove her mask. Oh my gosh, why is she so ugly? We can remove the mask, her eye, and basically again strip her of all of her animatronic suit parts to reveal her Ignited endoskeleton. So this is the endoskeleton of Ignited Chica. Let's go ahead and give the wires back because it looks really cool with the wires. We can also toggle on the eye effect too. So yeah, this is Ignited Chica's endoskeleton right here. Again, I gotta say, Ignited Bonnie's endoskeleton, probably my favorite because of the red eye glow effect from the actual endoskeleton head. Next up we have is Ignited Foxy. So Ignited Foxy, just like Ignited Freddy, Ignited Bonnie, his withering is super similar to his original Ignited animatronic. However, his torso piece was originally gone on his original Ignited animatronic, but as you can see, he's actually equipped himself a cloth to kind of cover up some parts of his animatronic endoskeleton. So that's where the cloth originates from on this endoskeleton over here. You can toggle the cloth that Ignited Foxy is wearing over here. Yar, I lost me shirt, I had to get something. And also, just like Ignited Bonnie, Ignited Foxy's bottom jaw is actually unhinged, but the endoskeleton jaw is still attached to the endoskeleton head. So again, I really do love the unhinged jaw effect, especially with these old animatronics. Yar har har, fiddly diddly do. So anyways, Ignited Foxy right here, we got his hook, and this guy actually does have the sharper endoskeleton fingers, unlike the other animatronics over here. Ignited Bonnie, which Ignited Bonnie's the only other Ignited animatronic that has fingers. So Ignited Bonnie has the regular Ignited hand, and Ignited Foxy has the sharp endoskeleton hand right here. Oh, okay. It also does look like this Ignited endoskeleton model right here is basically based off of Ignited Foxy's endoskeleton right here, but we do got his beautiful hook. So let's go ahead and dive into the body groups for Ignited Foxy. So we can remove his one ear that he has, remove the mask, we can remove his eye patch right there. Oh, this guy looks cursed without his eye patch. We can remove the jaw, his eyes, the cloth, the pelvis, the lower arm, the upper arm, the hips, and we also have the wires right here. So this is Ignited Foxy's endoskeleton, which is basically the exact same as this Ignited endoskeleton we had over here, because again, this Ignited endoskeleton is based off of Ignited Foxy's model right here. So there we go, there is the 4 main Ignited animatronics alongside this beautiful Ignited Endo Bendo. But now, before we continue moving on, I want to go ahead and rank these Ignited animatronics, which I know I did strip them of all their animatronic suits right here. Let's go ahead and give them everything back right here, so that way I can do a little rank system. So I do have to go and say Ignited Bonnie is my favorite Ignited animatronic. He was my favorite original Ignited animatronic, so he is still my favorite Ignited animatronic. But I have to say second place goes to Ignited Chica. Listen, I love Ignited Chica, the cranberries, but I really love this new Ignited Chica model right here. Again, I really do love how she actually is missing her eye now. I really do like that effect. Honestly, I didn't mind the original Ignited Chica having only the top parts of her arms, but again, with these new Ignited animatronics, effects mainly being based around wires and stuff, I guess it's only fitting that Ignite Chica would have her lower arms. That way she could have the original wire effect that Withered Chica had from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. But then third place would have to go to Ignited Foxy. Listen, I love my boy Ignited Foxy. I don't know what it is about Ignited Freddy. Ignited Freddy still is really cool. Again, one of my favorite things about Ignited Freddy is that you can see the top part of the endoskeleton jaw popping out. But I gotta say, Ignited Foxy, I like him a bit better in my opinion. The only thing that's a little weird with Ignited Freddy for me is I gotta say, I mean, the hat is super big on Ignited Freddy, and it just makes Ignited Freddy's head look super small. But other than that, I really do like Ignited Freddy. So that's the only thing that makes me feel a little iffy about Ignited Freddy. Again, I don't mind it. That's just a personal preference in comparing him to the original Ignited Freddy, and also with all the other Freddys we've had out there. It's weird seeing him have a super big top hat right there, because again, it does make his mask look super tiny. But that is how I would rank these brand new Ignited models. It would be Ignited Bonnie, Ignited Chica, Ignited Foxy, and then Ignited Freddy. But that is not it for the new Ignited models, because we also have the inner Ignited Freddy. Yep, that's right. There is a altered version of the new Ignited animatronics, and with the demo, we only have inner Freddy. So hopefully in the future, we actually get to see inner versions of Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, but we do get to see inner Ignited Freddy over here. And we also have a separate endoskeleton ragdoll right here, which shows off basically the endoskeleton of inner Freddy. So this is inner Ignited Freddy. As you can see, he's basically the exact same as Ignited Freddy over here, but he's basically a inner version. Basically, whenever the player is hallucinating and starting to go insane, the inner animatronic will appear and completely demolish them. So this is inner Ignited Freddy, and this is basically an animatronic and a human fused together. And you can also see that he has lost his color in, so now he's mainly just black and white. But you can see that this guy is covered in blood, because again, it is him becoming more realistic. This guy also has some bones. As you can see, he has a rib cage inside of his torso. This guy also has a human skeleton jaw, so that's not creepy whatsoever, not concerning whatsoever. Freddy Fazbear, who did you eat? But yeah, this guy is mainly covered in blood. Oh, and you can also see the spine right there, human spine. Oh yeah, okay, so there you go. So it looks like the torso is a bit more separated from the pelvis. And again, obviously this guy is a black and white. He's covered in blood, has some bones and some blood, and also it looks like he has a bit of a corpse inside of him as well, which again, it might also just be him like turning into a realistic being, because again, he still has the snout that Freddy normally has. So it's kind of like his animatronic suit is turning into actual flesh. Basically, that's what's really happening right here with this inner Freddy right here. And he's called Inner Freddy because his innards are becoming visible. But other than that, he's very similar to the original Ignited Freddy. But in the demo for the Joy creation, we see inner Ignited Freddy come out whenever the power goes out. So we actually never get jump scared by the original Ignited Freddy in the demo. We do get jump scared by the original Ignited animatronics right here for Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, but we don't get jump scared by original Ignited Freddy. But we do get jump scared by inner Ignited Freddy whenever the power does go off. So yeah, do not let the lights go out, or else this guy's going to be creeping under your bed tonight. Anyways, this guy does come equipped with some body groups. So again, just like the other Ignited animatronics, you can strip off this guy's animatronic suit to reveal his endoskeleton, which we do have this separate endoskeleton ragdoll right here, which you can toggle off the eyes and also remove the wires. So again, these new Ignited animatronics heavily depend on these wires covering them from head to toe. And again, I really do like the wire effect though. Like, there is a ton of wires, but again, it makes them super creepy. So I absolutely love the wires on these new Ignited animatronics. We also do have some character props for these new Ignited animatronics. We have Ignited Freddy's hat, his bow tie, Bonnie's bow tie, Ignited Chica's bib, Ignited Foxy's eye patch, and also Ignited Foxy's hook. The eye patch will actually flip open and close with the prop right here, so that is a nice feature right there. But we also have one more character, Mr. Ignited Cupcake. Oh, let's go, my buddy, my friend. Yo, Mr. Ignited Cupcake. Yo, so we never had Ignited Cupcake in the original Joy creation, but with this new Joy creation, Mr. Ignited Cupcake has appeared. Well, I mean, okay, I take that back. We have seen cupcakes in the Joy Creation story mode in the office level. But I believe those ones were actually shadow cupcakes. I don't think they were really ignited cupcakes, but this guy right here is ignited Mr. Cupcake. And yes, this guy does show up in the demo whenever Ignited Chica pops up. You have to find some ignited cupcakes scattered across your office and shine them before Ignited Chica crawls into your room. So this is the ignited cupcake right here. Oh, and with this guy right here, he will open and close his jaw. So ignited cupcake, very similar to the regular cupcake. Obviously, he's fitting in the style with the ignited animatronics. He is covered in some black smudge. He's actually missing one of his eyes, just like Ignited Chica. But as you can see, this guy actually has a ton of teeth coming out of his cupcake. He also has some teeth in his missing eye socket right there, and that is just, oh, that is just creepy right there. And also his candle has unfortunately been bent. You know, it's not easy being a Mr. Cupcake. Mr. Cupcake got left in the oven for too long, and now he's ignited Mr. Cupcake. It's okay, I still love you. Yay, I'm still loved. Oh, I love Ignited Cupcake. Yo, Ignited Cupcake, I absolutely love this guy. I'm not gonna lie, this guy might actually be my favorite ignited animatronic. I don't know, I just really love seeing Ignited Cupcake. So there's all the brand new models added from the Joy Creation demo into the Gmod FNAF bundle pack, but we also have some brand new classic ignited animatronics added to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. So these are the original ignited animatronics, and these guys will always be nostalgic to me. So as you can see, these guys are exactly based off of the withered animatronics, but obviously they are missing some extra pieces on them, and they also have the ignited texture applied to them. So these are the classic ignited animatronics. So I'm going to quickly go over these guys. So with Ignited Freddy, Ignited Chica, and Ignited Foxy, you are actually able to change their eye texture. So by default, they have the phantom eye texture, but if you switch them to skin 1, their eyes will become red. This is something we saw in the Joy Creation Reborn whenever Ignited Chica would get mad at you. So we can actually switch Ignited Freddy's eyes from white to red, and there's also skin 2, which makes them solid black. And again, you can do this with Ignited Chica over here, and you can also do it with Ignited Foxy, which I believe we also get to see Ignited Foxy with red eyes in the attic level if you shine your light on him for too long. But Ignited Bonnie over here, you can actually switch his endoskeleton eyes out from red to white, and then you can also just have them be completely gone. And everything else with the POPGOES is very similar to the withered animatronics we have seen before, because these guys are exactly based off of the withered animatronic models we have seen before. But you're able to remove all the pieces on them, and you're also able to alternate them, so you're able to go ahead and switch out one of their eyes if you wanted to, like with Ignited Freddy over here. You're able to remove the buttons, the bow tie, and actually speaking of the bow tie really quickly, Ignited Bonnie, this Ignited Bonnie model is actually missing his bow tie, which I thought that was kind of interesting, because the original Ignited Bonnie from the Joy Creation story mode does indeed have his red bow tie. So this model of Ignited Bonnie right here is actually missing his bow tie, and it's not even in the body groups or anything. He's just straight up missing his bow tie. So hopefully in the future, they can actually update this model in this pack to actually give Ignited Bonnie his bow tie back, because that is something that he did originally have in the Joy of Creation. But there you guys go. That is everything Joy Creation related, and that is all the brand new models added to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. Psych! You thought this video was over? No, you better not be going anywhere. Listen, we might have reviewed all the ragdolls, we might have reviewed all the props, but we ain't done with this video. Sit back down. Don't click off this video yet. You ain't going nowhere. So as you guys know, in my last Gmod FNAF bundle pack review video, I showed off that they had finally added player models and NPCs to the pack, and since then we have gotten even more player models and NPCs. So these are all the new NPCs that have been added to the pack, and again, you are able to become these guys as player models, but I'm just going to be showing off the NPCs. So the new NPCs and player models we have added are Blink, Candy, Chester, Cindy, Old Candy, Rat, Cat, Shadow Candy, Penguin, Vinny, Black Rabbit, Blake, and False Freddy. So mainly it's just Five Nights at Candy's with a few extra POPGOES characters slipped in at the end for the new NPCs and ragdolls. So again, you're able to spawn in these NPCs as either friendly NPCs or hostile NPCs. And again, you are able to become these characters from the Gmod FNAF bundle pack as a player model. So in the future, we will probably get the rest of the POPGOES characters characters, and we will actually start getting characters from the original Five Nights at Freddy's games. Currently, we have the FNAF 1 animatronics. We have the purple guy animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. We have some FNAF World characters, and we also have a Ant-Man dude from the Freddy in Space 2 game. So there you go. There's all the NPCs, and again, you are able to customize these guys just like the ragdolls, where you're able to switch up the eyes. Over here with Rat and Cat, you're able to toggle off their torso pieces. So again, you are able to customize these guys with their skins and their body groups just like their ragdolls. But there you guys go. So do you guys have anything to say? Mr. Candy the Cat, do you have anything you want to say, buddy? Hey yo, ow, that was mean. Hey yo, guys, chill. Guys, what is wrong with the penguin? Wait, hold on a second. Hey, hold on. Hey yo, stop. Hey yo, stop moving. Hey yo, you can't see me. Where are you guys going? Stop running around, bro. Oh my gosh, now they've scattered, bro. Okay, Cat's about to jump off. That's not good. Mr. Penguin has broken his neck. All right, False Freddy's looking normal. For earlier, bro, this guy was weird. Hold on a second. Can I respawn in? Oh yeah, that's what I saw right there. Hey yo, put your hands out. Yeah, see, why is your fingers broken? I broke my pinky finger. It hurts. Okay, I don't know why whenever he's like holding up a gun or something, his pinky fingers absolutely break. Why does that happen with False Freddy? I have no idea. Okay, guys, you guys want to give me a hug? Hey yo, chill. Guys, chill. Come on, guys, we can all be friends. Why can't we be friends? There's too many of them. Why are they T-posing? What? Are they dead? If they die, do they T-pose? Why are they on fire? What's going on over here? What is this called? Wait, hold on. I need to see if I kill you real quick. Yeah, okay, so whenever they die, they just T-pose. Hey, yo, Candy the Cat, T-pose virus. Boom. Get infected with the T-pose virus. Boom. You're all going to T-pose. That's hilarious if you kill them. They T-pose. Hey, yo, T-pose, False Freddy. T-pose, bro. Hey, yo, what you doing? Ow, my face. Don't hit me, bro. Okay, yeah, so it looks like they T-pose instead of turning into ragdolls whenever they die. Does the same thing happen with the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 animatronics? Here, let's spawn in an endoskeleton. This is for science. I'm sorry, Endo. This is for science. Oh. Yeah, those guys turn into ragdolls, so I don't know why with these new NPCs, they just T-pose whenever they die. Okay, well, hopefully these guys will actually get ragdolls whenever they die in the future. That poor endoskeleton, bro, he did not deserve that. Oh, man. Okay, well, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here before all these animatronics wake up and decide to beat me up. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Gotta say, I absolutely love this update to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. Obviously, my favorite parts of this update have to go to Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the Joy Creation demo, Five Nights at Candy's and POPGOES, and also Five Nights at Freddy's. Did I just name off everything? I just named off everything that was basically added to the pack. The book characters are also super cool as well. So as you guys can tell, I really love this update to the Gmod FNAF bundle pack. So if you guys do want to check out the Gmod FNAF bundle pack for yourself, it will be linked in the description below. Again, make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys do want me to continue reviewing the Gmod FNAF bundle pack in the future whenever more updates come out to this massive Five Nights at Freddy's add-on. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Yippee!